Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak in English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Are you aware that showing off your expertise can gain customers and position you as an expert in your industry? Consumers need confidence to purchase, so let us showcase your knowledge by interviewing you for a 3 to 5 minute video. We'll position you as an industry expert with a customized interview-style video, and for a limited time, we'll cover all production costs. Click this ad or call now for all the information. You'll want to experience the same 5-star service our customers love. So take advantage of this one-time offer. Click this ad or contact us now.
phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Wanda? And leave an inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, Unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
Hello, this is Israel, and I am CEO of Daydreams Interactive and author of Princess Planet. So, genius is common, and as a kid, I loved to daydream. Even as an adult, I loved to daydream. And when my daughter became 6 and loved princess characters, but we just could not find the diversity that showed her, we created our own characters. So, for instance, you have Princess Nulu right here. Princess Nulu is from Uganda, and her genius is that she loves to take care of animals. She can actually even listen and hear what they say. And then we have Princess Isabella right here. Princess Isabella, she's from Cuba, and her genius is biochemistry. One day she hopes to eliminate disease. Then we have Princess Nia right here, and Princess Nia is based off of my daughter, and she is what she wants to be, the greatest dancer alive. So that's her genius. So what's your genius? My genius is my imagination. Genius is common.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader and expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support.
And good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations, and welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Coach Kimberly Williams. I am your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. And today I want to introduce to you an entrepreneur by the name of Alan Thornton. And so I just want to share with you a little bit about the Alan Thornton and the 40-acre plan and how he started business after being burned. He is an author of Money for Your Mission book and workshop series, founder of the 40-acre conference, and I Am a $1 Million Dad platform. He's a former enterprise software sales director and a real estate investor, single family and commercial investment. Just for your information, he's generated over $1 million of revenue and over 700 clients with current tech company MFYM Incorporated. His platform is backed by government officials, corporate execs, celebrities, investors, influencers, and entrepreneurs. He's personally sold over $23 million of enterprise software licensing since 2011. He's helped hundreds of organizations find and secure over $28 million in MFYM. He's the Forbes Business Council Top 50 Startups to Watch in 2021 and Top Accelerator Program on Amazon's for startups on the front page. I am so excited to present to you none other than Mr. Alan Thornton.
How you doing today, Ms. Williams?
I am doing phenomenal. It's very good to meet the likes of you. I just want to let you know that genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you so much for that introduction, and I'm glad to be here, and even more eternally grateful to Dr. Kelly for, one, putting on this platform, and two, being able to let all of us congregate not only in a space that's virtual like this, but also in the metaverse. I was sitting there walking in the lobby myself like, man, this is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to leave you with a couple things today. My name is Alan Thornton, as you heard from Miss Williams with that eloquent introduction. We're going to go over the past of kind of how we got here, the present of what we have right now, and just like Dr. Kelly does so well, go into a few things in the future. So just a little bit about my background, not to impress you, but more to impress upon you. I have failed at a lot of things. And one of the things one of my other mentors says is it's okay to fail as long as you're failing forward. So many times are we taught that failure is something that we don't want to do. And I would encourage each and every one of you to fail more, because if you fail more, you reach to greater heights and you have something bigger to strive for. And when you get into bigger rooms where you're not the smartest person in the room, you're not the richest person in the room, you're not the strongest, fastest in the room, you can learn from those that are greater than you. And I've learned to really get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I'm going to drop a few things in the chat. I would encourage you all the way through this to get uncomfortable. And I'm going to give each and every one of you an opportunity to get into a room where you're going to be uncomfortable, where there's millionaires and billionaires that are going to be there that can help you really find what your place is and own it. And one of our biggest things at our 40-acre conference is you're only one connection away. And life moves at the speed of relationships. So here's what I want to frame you and just give you a brief story of how we got to some of these relationships. You already know at the end, it ends in a room that I'm going to drop in the chat how you can get there. And for those of you that are interested in being a part of the 40-acre conference, type legacy in the chat, because we run the legacy builders. You can type legacy in the chat. Yeah, I know it's a little early, but we're gonna keep you engaged. So for all of you that type legacy in the chat and stay to the end, I have something very special for you. So like Zig Ziglar, the last thing I'm going to do, right? So I want to put everybody at ease. Zig Ziglar's famous for this. He used to say, look, I'm going to go through my time with you today, and the last thing I'm going to do is sell you something. So everybody can be at ease here, knowing that. So type in legacy in the chat if you would like something special at the end. A few years ago, back in 2021, many of you remember the time when George Floyd died, and there were a lot of different corporations that said, look, I know that some bad things have happened to the community, right? Raise your hand if you heard that. I know some bad things have happened in the community, but we really want to help, right? To the tune of writing out very nice press releases of plans and thoughts and ideas that were probably in good intention, and they meant to happen, saying, look, we're going to disperse $1 million in the Black community, right? We're going to disperse $2 million in the Black community. We're going to allocate, right, $10 million for the Black community. We're going to give out $100 million for the Black community, right? It almost got like an auction. We are going to, do I hear 100 million, right? Do I hear 500 million? Do I hear $1 billion? We are going to find a way to get 20 billion out to the Black community. And the numbers got ridiculous, and so did the press releases, but the action was minuscule. And what we saw is math is my best subject, but history is something that I really enjoy the most. And to me, it sounded a lot like 40 acres and a mule, right? Where there was some really great intentions, but very little action. And if you look 3 years later and you add up all of those numbers, and you can, if you type in legacy in the chat, I can go back and drop you this guide. But you can also text legacy to 888-111. Text the word legacy to that number, and we'll give you everything that I speak about today. You'll get a direct link for it. Also, a special opportunity to join us and be in the room. So during all that time, right, and 40 acres and a mule, for those of you that don't know, after the North had defeated the South in the Civil War, and an interesting fact, how things change and based on the narrative. I know we're in a lot of different elections, but Abraham Lincoln was actually at that time a Republican, and who actually freed the slaves. And 40 acres and a mule was one of those promises that before he got assassinated, right, he promised everybody 40 acres and a mule, right? And unfortunately, once he got assassinated, Andrew Johnson had overturned that, and all of that disappeared. There was very little implementation, right? There was very little disbursement, and then there was no way to track it, no way to manage it. And when you just think about that, like, just take a moment. If you were a freedman and you thought you were getting, I was just reading this book called Gideon City, and they were so happy once they got freed, right, from years of oppression, and they were finally promised 40 acres and a mule, and then it was taken away, right? How would you feel? So in reading all these books and looking at all the spirits of the past, we couldn't let this happen again. So we started the 40 Acre Conference, right? And not so much to shame those of the past, but to really pick up new disciplines for the future and ensure that that didn't happen again. So I did not know, I didn't have a big following, right? On Instagram and, some of my other platforms, I probably had less than 200 people, but I knew how to get in the room, right? type in get in the room, which is incredibly important because once you know how to get in the room, you don't have to be the guy. You have to know how to get to the guy or that young lady that has influence. And I remember writing down, look, I am going to find the people that can help me on this journey and create this 40-acre conference, who before we started a couple years ago, we said it was going to be the largest conference in the world on both MLK and Juneteenth. And I'll tell you why we do those in a minute. Now, you know, we have the 40-acre conference, we're framing everything, and we need to find out a way to make this the largest conference in the world, like we wrote down on paper. So I went to a place called Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. For those of you that don't know, a couple years after 40 Acres and a Mule happened, there were a few entrepreneurs that said, look, we know 40 Acres and a Mule is never going to happen. It got swept under the rug. It was a commitment that sounded good, but for press, and got swept under the rug. So we're going to go start our own. We're going to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a few wealthy landowners who had not only bought their freedom, but also bought land, created a space where they can land, right? This is where this comes from. And I spent a lot of years in enterprise software, call it land and expand. And this goes way back to Black Wall Street. So they landed, they created a bunch of businesses, but here's the incredible thing. And this is what we have to, as we take notes and map out our foundation for the future. Here's what we have to understand. Those two wealthy entrepreneurs, J.B. Stratford, who owned the largest, most luxurious hotel at the time. This is before Marriott, before Hilton. Both of those enterprises took some of their playbook from this hotel. It's the Stratford Hotel in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? 55-room, luxurious hotel. There was nothing like it in the world at that time. O.W. Gurley also, they got together and they didn't say, look, we're going to repeat and be the masters and own everything. They said, look, I'm going to do this. You're going to do this. We are going to put our money together, and we're going to need a barber shop. We're going to need a grocery store. We're going to need a bunch of different things that we can share as services and spend that money together. Because there's a common misconception when it comes to money, especially when it comes to making millionaires and even billionaires. So many people think that in order to, let's just call it, keep the number simple, in order to create $10 million of wealth, you need $10 million. No, actually, and this is what they proved. It's a group economics empire. What they created is radical collaboration and intentional group economics. What they had is $1 million, and they spent it intentionally with 10 other people and created 10 millionaires. And they kept on doing that over and over and over till one block became 5 blocks, became 10 blocks, became 35 blocks. And unfortunately, in 1921, through greed and through hatred, because there was a lot of oil on that land. So only time other than 9/11, we won't get too political, where our country bombed itself, right? And this is back in 1921, where we bombed our own people, and that got swept under the rug. And unfortunately, that land was never returned. That land was swept up, and the homes, the people were asked to leave, and it's never been the same. When I visited in 1921, there were probably 5 or 6 Black businesses in that whole area, much less on just Greenwood Avenue. So as we look at that, there was a lot of uprising that came out of that. And from that, there was never really, there were a couple other Black towns, and a lot of them got dispersed. A lot of them got burnt down, right? In that 1919, which through 1923 was horrific for our people during that time. And so many times do we let fear hinder us, but the fear that we deal with is nothing compared to the fear of those before us. Nobody's going to lynch you. Nobody's going to take your family away or sell them. Those are things that we don't have to overcome. The biggest obstacle that we have right now is each other, right? If we take away pride and take away hey, it's going to be all me and really work with other people. And that's what the 40 Acre Conference is about, is taking some of the spirit of the past and coupling it with new technology and innovations of the future and marrying those two together. That's something that you want to be a part of and get in the room. Type legacy to 888-111, and we'll send you not only a guide on the conference, but a special gift to be a part of what we do. And I'll type that in the chat as well. So going through all of that time, I want you to understand that during all that time, then the civil rights movement happened, and then MLK came about and really gave people hope. And it wasn't until he really started about economic empowerment. If you listen to his last speeches, right, that I have some of those speeches when he really talked about, hey, we need to mobilize for economic empowerment. That's when he got assassinated. They say, hey, you can do everything, you can march, but when it comes to money, that's it. So on that same trip in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I met a few influencers, right? And the thing about influencers and the thing about the world that we live in today, you can get information out 1,000 times quicker, 1,000,000 times quicker than it could back in the day, right? It's not that a lot of things that you see have not been happening. It's just on social media, and that information gets to you a lot quicker. So the same thing that can be used for evil can also be used for good. So there's a couple influencers that I met on this journey. Their names were Hill Harper, Rashad Troy. This is back in 2021. So many of you know Rashad, Troy, Ian. They have the largest financial platform in the world right now, called Earn Your Leisure, right? Many of you know them as that. You know that Hill Harper has been a prominent figure in the Black community. He's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha also. He's running for Congress right now, and he's doing a lot of great things in our community, both in film and in acting on TV shows, and just overall for what we do. And their platforms were huge, right? Close to, at that time, right, probably less than 200K together, definitely less than 1 million. Now, well over probably 3 million together. But during that time, they were talking about group economics. They were talking about, and this is the centennial of Black Wall Street. I know this is like a premonition and then bringing you to the present, right? Like a good movie. We'll put this in a documentary one day. We'll call Spike, right? He has the 40 Acres and a Mule film company. One of the things that I wrote down as well, and I desire to do, and we're going to make it happen one day. But just during this time, back in 2021, remember, this is the centennial of Black Wall Street, where everything got burned down. I met these influencers, right? And I told them, look, I got this 40 acre thing. I don't know really how to package it, but I can tell you it's going to be big. And I would love for you to be on our journey, right? And most of them would say, hey, that's great. You want a picture? Right? Probably thought they never saw me again. Another monumental thing that happened back in 2021, I can remember speaking, and there was a young lady there who I'll see later on tonight that's about to be the leader of our city, the great city of Houston. I remember her talking about Juneteenth being a federal holiday. Now, remember, when you get a bunch of African Americans in the room, there's always going to be doubt of what we can do with each other. So I can remember her talking about the legislation of Juneteenth being a federal holiday, and there was people in the back saying, look, there's no way that can happen, right? The last time a federal holiday was passed, right? It's hard enough to do a federal holiday, much less a Black one. And Juneteenth as a holiday, I don't know. I can remember walking to her after and saying, look, not look, but Honorable Sheila Jackson Lee, such a pleasure to meet you. I don't know. I have a big vision and I don't know really how to execute it, but I believe that Juneteenth is part of it. And I know you're going to get this passed and eventually I'd love to work with you. And again, she said too, well, she's a person of action. She said, well, let's make it happen. Again, probably, would you like a picture? Took a picture. Probably thought she'd never see me again. And no, I looked in her eyes. She knew she was going to see me again. I just didn't have everything packaged, right? Fast forward a year later, Juneteenth becomes a federal holiday. 90 days later, Earn Your Leisure was talking about InvestFest and making that a federal, and doing that. I saw them put 4,000 people in a room in less than 90 days. Now, granted, they had a big platform and a bunch of celebrities that were on their side, but I saw them execute on a vision. 90 days later, we executed on our vision, started our own conference. 90 days later after that, right, a little after that, even before that, I was on, and I did not know how to execute this big vision. And I can remember there was the pandemic, and it was the end of the pandemic, and I was figuring out how to make this happen. And Dr. Eric Kelly kind of just fell in my lap one day because I was trying to figure out how to execute, trying to figure out how to make this big vision global. I did not know how. And the how's not up to us, right? You have to make a decision that you're going to make something happen and then make it happen. And I can remember Dr. Kelly, me writing down a bunch of things, right? And as a man thinketh, so shall he be. Even though it may not be him, help will be on the way, and just show up in the middle of the night. And I remember Dr. Kelly putting me on this platform, and we streamed and we executed on our conference about 90 days after I saw Earn Your Leisure put all those people in a room. And we streamed to 200 countries. And the incredible thing is we even streamed to Africa. And I got a call shortly after our conference talking, and in a heavy African accent, I can remember the gentleman said, hey, we'd love to come to Africa. And I hung up, right? Because I thought it was a scam. And he called back and he said, hey, send up some official paperwork. I told Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly said, I don't know. But I said, man, I have to go. This is part of my journey. So I went, and it was an incredible experience. And I can remember sitting in the back and talking to Dr. Kelly and talking to my mom, and right, telling them how I had this police escorts and this nice hotel. And I can remember thinking, man, either this is it or this is going to be something really great. And it was something really great. And they started African American Descendants Day in the Congo. And that experience really opened my eyes, not only to the things that were possible, but how life really moved at the speed of relationships, and how just a little bit of information and connections can change your situation literally overnight. And during that time, when I came back, I can remember Juneteenth getting passed, and I went back to Sheila Jackson Lee and said, look, I would love to work with you again. And we established a Juneteenth Hall of Fame, which we own globally. And not only did we have people here in the States, but we run basically the Grammys and the Oscars for Black entrepreneurship. And later on, fast forward, I put out these things and I wrote down again, look, this is going to be like the Hall of Fame, right? Because we started the Juneteenth Hall of Fame of Black entrepreneurship. And we're going to have, just like the NFL, the MLB, have those bronze statues of people. And I didn't know how to execute it, but one of our honorees, I can remember he couldn't make our actual ceremony. And I went to his conference and I gave him his award. And at that same ceremony, he was unveiling the Black Legacy Museum, where just like I saw, and I was just staring there in awe. And I paused just like that for a minute, just overwhelmed, because the exact picture that I saw in my mind was now on screen. And this 200,000 square foot museum, these statues of exactly what I had thought were now in front of me. I'd even drawn it out. If you look at the flyers, you can follow us at 40 Acre Conference on Instagram and on all platforms. Text Legacy to 888-111 if you want to get in the room. But I looked, and this was now coming to life. And I asked Dr. Frazier, right, who has been in the game over 30 years, right, almost as long as Dr. Kelly, right? So I remember being in that room and saying, look, we have the Juneteenth Hall of Fame, and just like Black Wall Street, look, I'd love to work with you and put this thing together and have our Juneteenth Hall of Fame be the first museum within your museum and accelerate both of our visions. And on that stage, right, he was not only passing the torch of the Power Networking Conference, but he also said, we took this picture and it's iconic. People won't understand how iconic this moment is, probably for another 10 years. But we had an opportunity to be part of that museum, the exact thing that I saw in my mind. And now that journey, now that execution was accelerated. And I was so grateful. After that, fast forward to where we are right now, this has been a phenomenal journey. And I take everybody, and I spent so long giving you the story because, as Dr. Frazier said, every picture looks good when it's framed correctly. So now that you know the story of how we've come about, it is our fifth 40 Acre Conference. And prior to that, I'd never done a conference, right? You heard some of the accolades in my bio, not to impress, but more to impress upon you. I spent a bunch of years in enterprise software. I built a 7-figure business in grants and government contracts, and we switched during the pandemic really to double down, but also because we had a few of our large clients that couldn't pay us, right? Helped one gentleman get over $12 million in less than 90 days, and didn't pay us, right? And with 24 employees, you never know. And I thought that was the end of the world. And we pivoted, and now coming back up and coming out of that, things have really not only changed for us, but if you look at some of our pages, we have now millionaires and billionaires that come to our conference and come to our MLK Dream Legacy Builder Awards, where we rent out a whole theater. And we have not only these people there, but you should see the iconic drawings that we have and the awards, which is an art piece. And Dr. Kelly doesn't know this, but I'm going to seek out his help to sketch out a piece of this award that's going to go to every awardee. It's similar to the 2 awards most of you have seen, and we're changing the narrative, right? You've seen the awards if somebody has like a platinum record, right? You see the record and you see their name at the bottom. So this is going to be that, but it's also going to be a sketch of history from 40 Acres and Mule, having 40 different iconic moments in history on the actual vinyl. It'll have 40 different affirmations from those past. Not only will it have their name, it'll also mark what they have achieved in business from a revenue standpoint. And that's not to be disingenuous or to be braggadocious, but more to let people know where they are at. Because when I grew up, there was not a lot of eloquent business figures that I could see that were doing things legit that I could mimic and just really get game from and duplicate that process. Right? The people that were around me that really had the things that I thought I wanted at that time were hustling. They were pushing weight, right? They were doing a lot of different things. And like many of us growing up, we were given the prophecy that you'll probably be dead or in jail, right? Because they saw that environment. But by the time you're 18, but if now kids grow up, and you'll see some of them, because I'm going to bring up we have kids that are 20, 21 years old that are millionaires, right? That you'll see at the Legacy Builder Awards. We have kids that are 13 years old that have bought their own bus and teaching financial literacy and made hundreds of thousands of dollars all over. And we give awards for that. Why? Not only just to highlight them, because there's not many awards in entrepreneurship, right? A lot of times it's a grind, but when you win, it's so fulfilling. And we want to not only highlight that, but also in 200 countries and on this network, we'll be streaming as well, showcase what not only you can do, but exactly whatever you're looking for is looking for you. So what Dr. Kelly tells us. And there's somebody there that you're going to relate to, that you could walk up to, you could talk to. If you're virtual, you can DM and say, I'd love to see how you do this. And we have 19 different power coaching sessions where you can actually learn from them, whether you join their inner circle coaching program or not. You'll get realistic, implementable action steps that you can walk out and take to the next level during that time. We'll have a couple hundred different vendors, and we'll have over 100 different honorees, millionaires, billionaires that you can connect with. And all of these awards that are given, that are all art pieces, and we'll unveil what the award looks like at the same time as Art Basel. That happens in Miami on the 9th. But we'll unveil the new award, exactly what the look's going to be, and it's gonna go crazy, right? We have Getty Images that'll be there. We have a bunch of eloquent business figures that'll be there. So if that's something that you're interested in, type in Legacy to 888-111 so you can get in the room, so you can meet people. Now you have no excuse saying, look, I wish I could, I wish I had, I wish I knew, because now is your opportunity to really make a difference today, right? And my name's Alan Thornton. I run the 40 Acre Conference, and I'll leave you with this. When I was a little kid, I had some devious friends, right? And this is funny. And I remember there was this old man who was very, very wise old man. And we could never get him, right? He was always wise. He always knew the answer to everything. One of my friends who was kind of wild, he walked up to him one day and we said, what do you got? He ran up. He's like, look, I got this baby bird. I have this baby bird, and I'm going to get this. And I'm finishing up real quick, Ms. Williams. I want to tell the story. So I got this baby bird, and I'm going to put it behind my back. We're going to get this old man, right? He won't know the difference, because I'm going to put the bird behind my back. And when I put this bird behind my back, if I ask him, is it dead or alive? If he says alive, I'm going to crush the little bird. And I said, oh, that's awful. If it is not alive, if he says it's dead, I'm going to show him that it's alive. So I said, man, that's kind of sick, but let's go do it. So, right, we're always interested. So he goes up to his old man. He says, old man, he's blind too. What do I have in my hand? And he's a wise old man. He said, a baby bird. Mm-hmm. And he asked him, is it dead or alive? And he looks at us, gives us a wink, says, I got him. And he says, the answer is in your hands. Wow. So my name is Alan Thornton. I go by Mr. 40 Acre. I've given you some great information. What you do with it is in your hands. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Thornton, that has been a phenomenal conversation. We're very grateful that you have shared your legacy with us and all that you are doing for our community. It's been a blessing to hear from you. I want to let you know that genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
You have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students, and you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or you can use the Cash App that's on the screen. And the Cash App is $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. Now, we want to take time to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for November 2023. They are as follows: North Carolina 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, BBM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago, and she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students. And just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely, and this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined.
I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases, Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces its community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Trousseau is both social and safe. We refer to Trousseau as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Trousseau even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Trousseau is live, y'all. We've launched in beta and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Trousseau. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Trousseau is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
Phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Rhonda? And leave it inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious, how did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
And good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Coach Kimberly Williams, and I am your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, entrepreneurs, business owners, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Today, I'm going to have a conversation about becoming a change maker with none other than Arbor Cooper. A little bit about Arbor Cooper is she left her career as an engineer in 1996 to pursue entrepreneurship. After designing over 300 websites, working for a digital marketing agency, and being a SCORE mentor, she gained the knowledge and skills to excel in digital marketing. Arba is a multi-talented entrepreneur offering a range of services, including web design, technical training, speaking, and acting. Arbor has helped numerous entrepreneurs successfully launch and expand their businesses. Her unique skill is simplifying complex marketing concepts, making resources accessible and easy to understand. Arba is dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs by educating them on the importance of seeking guidance from seasoned professionals to save valuable time and resources. I present to you Arbor Cooper.
Good morning, Coach Kimberly.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so excited to hear from you. We are elated to have you here, and Genius is coming. I'll be seeing you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm here again. And I'm very thankful that Dr. Eric Kelly has asked me to be here. Are you doing an interview, or am I just speaking? Because I thought I was just speaking about my new book. Oh, there we go. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Again, I want to thank Dr. Eric Kelly. Obviously, I must be doing something right if he's asked me to come back again. And I'm honored to come back this time to talk about my new book. Oh, okay, it's not going to show very well. That's okay. My new book. And I'd like to dedicate this book to none other than Tony Harris Taylor, who is one of the sponsors her commercial played earlier. She is my business coach, and it was a challenge that she did that encouraged me to write this book. It's not a big book. It's less than 50 pages. But the thing is I did the challenge. And then secondly, I've dedicated this book to my parents, Morris and Ann Gibson. They have been married since 1960. Yes. That's 63 years of marriage. They are still together, and they're still in the same house that I was raised in. And then third is my husband, Richard Cooper, who is in the background there, who has just supported me so much in my entrepreneurial journey. And I thank him for that. He's my lover, business partner, and friend. And we have so much in the future to look forward to. And then finally, I have grown children, Justin and Jerice, and my book is a legacy that I'm leaving for them, as well as my business journey that I've done as well. And so anyway, let me talk about why I wrote this book. My book is My Leaps of Faith to a Purposeful Life. And I wrote this book because when I share with people how I got to the place I am now in my entrepreneurial journey, many say, wow, that's interesting. You should write a book. So I finally did. And I'm encouraging all of you out there that have everybody has a story. First of all, that's what I want everyone to know. Everyone has a story, and it's your story that is going to differentiate you in the business world. Because I'm a web designer, and I've been a web designer since 1999, but that is not anything that's really interesting or is going to make me stand out from all the other web designers out there. But when you hear my story of how I came to where I am, then that's what really makes the difference. So just a little bit, again, I said that, my parents, I am the youngest. I have 4 older brothers. I was raised with 2 of them. So from a blended family. And my parents both worked at General Motors. So I was very well off in my early years. So I can't say that I came from a poor family or difficulty, because I have both of my parents, and they both did well. So with that great foundation, I also did well in school, and didn't know at that time of what God was grooming me for. I loved school. I loved learning. And I actually was an honor roll student and excelled in math and science. However, I wasn't your typical nerd. I also I was in sports. I was in sports as track and cheerleading. And I also was in drama and what else? A lot of different activities, extracurricular activities in high school. And so because of my well-roundedness in high school, I was actually awarded, my extracurricular activities and my academics, I was awarded a full 4-year academic scholarship to Howard University. Yes. So this was my opportunity to be amongst other just exceptionally well-educated people like me. Let's just say people like me. I wasn't born in a Black environment, or I didn't live in a Black environment. So this was my exposure to finally being amongst people like me from all over the world. And so then I would say, let's just say a little bit out. There's more in my book about how this culture shock, how I took this culture shock, and I'm being very transparent about my life because it may help others. That I did become pregnant in college, and it was my senior year in college. And I didn't want to, I was the only one in my family to go to college, and I didn't want to disappoint my parents. And also, I didn't want to be a statistic, because many times when young girls get pregnant, they drop out of school and get on the system and whatever. I didn't want that. I didn't want that for myself. I didn't want that for my child. So actually, me getting pregnant changed my life. It put me on a whole different perspective, a whole different line, where I started realizing that I have someone else to take care of, and I need to get my life together. So I didn't interview my senior year because I was 9 months pregnant. So I came back home with my parents, but Howard University, thankfully, allows you to interview after at least up to 1 year after you graduate. So I came back to Howard and I interviewed, and God blessed me that the recruiter was from HP, Hewlett Packard. Yes. And And then he asked me, he said, it looks like you graduated last year. Why are you just now interviewing? And I was honest. And I told him because I didn't think my options would be very good being 9 months pregnant. And so he was impressed. He was impressed with the fact that I did complete my engineering, yes, engineering degree while 9 months pregnant. So I got a job at HP. And my parents are in New York, and not New York City. We're in like Buffalo, New York area. And my HP was in California. So when I told my parents, hey, I got a job, I'll be an engineer at HP in California, they were a little worried, because here I had a 1-year-old son, and they were going, and my job was in California. So but they packed me up. HP paid for a moving company. They packed me up, and me and my son went off to California. Now, again, my book is about my leaps of faith, and you'll hear the threads of how God just had everything planned for me. When I got to California, I actually was partnered with a roommate that was also a single mother, and she worked for HP. And so we were roommates, and that worked out great. So my job at HP, they quickly learned that although I had an engineering degree, that I was very well-rounded. That a lot of times people kind of they characterize engineers as introverts and not very personable, but as you can see, I don't have a problem talking, and I'm kind of extroverted. So they started giving me different projects and different things. I actually even got to go to Japan twice. Get my fingers over here, twice, because of my skill set. And there were some new products that they were introducing, and they needed someone to learn about the products and then teach the other engineers and sales reps about the new products. Okay, so now I was 3 years into working at HP and being a single mother, and it was difficult. I tell you, I'm not going to lie about it. It was difficult. So I asked my parents if they could watch my son, just so, because I was still in my 20s, in my early 20s. Could they watch my son so I could just live my life a little? Because I felt that I went straight from college to motherhood to working a full-time job. So my parents watched my son for me, and I had a chance to kind of live my life again. What did I do? Within my first week of being away from my son, I met my husband, my first husband. That's a little hint. And so we were both young. He had children. He had 3 kids. I had my 1, but we were young, in love, and we got married. So we got married I was in my 20s, working full time, young kids, married. And we were married for 18 years, it was a good life that, and I use the word was, because I'll get to that in a minute, but nothing that we wanted for or needed, because I had a really good job as an engineer. We raised our blended family, and then we also had a child of our own, our love child. So altogether, I'm in my 30s now, and married with 5 kids at that time. So then here's how I got into entrepreneurism. My hairstylist needed some business cards. And now this was back in the 90s. And in the 90s, Vistaprint and all of these other quick print places, they weren't as popular as they are now. And so only kind of business cards you could get back in the 90s was just the old raised text words, your information on a business card kind of thing. So I, with my creativity, I told my hairstylist, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll make you some business cards. I learned a lot in marketing. And so I made her some business cards, put her picture on it. Also made her some postcards that she could send to her clients and offer them a free conditioner or something like that, some kind of marketing. So anyway, when she went to the hair salon and showed her marketing materials to the other stylists, they were like, oh, who did your business cards? Who did your business card? And she said it was her client. And but she's like, oh, but she's an engineer. She, you know, this is not what she does for a living. So every time I came in to get my hair done, the other stylists were like, can you make some cards for me? Can you make this for me? Can you make that? And so I was like, wow. You know, there's really a need here. That's a key. Do a business where there's a need, where there's a demand. Okay. So I was like, there's really a need here. So I started making some business cards on the side for the other hairstylist. And I was being real creative, put their picture on there, their styles. And again, back in the 90s, that didn't exist. So my business just started growing, but I was still working my full-time job. So I would work my full-time job, do my business cards, and life was good. So then HP was trying to fast track me into management. Now, that's where I drew the line. It's like, yes, I'm personable, but I did not want to be a manager. I didn't want to be responsible for somebody else's, you know, livelihood. And also, I knew that my work ethic was quite different than everyone else's. And so, you know, it's like I worked hard. I would get up early, go to bed late. I always very process driven. That's part of my engineering, to get stuff done. And I didn't feel that I really wanted to do that as an, you know, as an engineer. As an engineer and as me. So what happened was they put me in this program for the exceptional employees that they wanted to move into management. And again, I was in my 30s, was always highly ranked in my performance evaluations. And back in the 90s, there wasn't any minority managers. So they were really trying to move me into that position to have more diversity in the company. So I went through this program. It was a retreat. It was a 3-day retreat that they took quite a few of us on. And at the end to try to tell us what we needed to do to be in management in a Fortune 500, you know, company at that time. And really, the things they were telling me was how to act. And quite frankly, it wasn't my personality. You know, people say, you know, act black, act white, act professional, act this. I'm not going to label it. But all I can say is it wasn't my cup of tea. Found out that there was like 27 of us diverse women that were in this program. And out of the 27 of them, about 7 of us had an epiphany that management is not for us. So unfortunately, that program that they sent us on, 7 of us decided that we didn't even want to be in corporate America. So thank God I already had my little side hustle. So I just said, thank you very much, but no thank you. I don't want to be in management. And I left my corporate job. So then I decided to go full blown into my entrepreneurial business job. business job. It is a job because, come to find out, you put more time and energy into a business than you do a job. A job is a 9 to 5 or whatever it is, and you get a paycheck. But with a business, you have to hustle 24/7. People used to ask me, what were my hours on my business? I said, when I open my eyes, I'm open for business. And when I shut my eyes, I'm closed. That's the mentality you have to have when you have a business. So, you know how sometimes people say you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this or that. Well, I'm telling you, I was an engineer and I was trying to run a business and I didn't know what I was doing. I had a lot of money because I had my 401k, stock options, savings, all of that. So I figured, hey, I'll figure out this entrepreneur thing. And then what happened is I was spending money left and right, trying to figure it out, not getting help. I didn't know about SCORE. I didn't know about coaches. I didn't know about all of the resources that there are today. And there were resources back in the 90s when I started, but I didn't seek them out. So what I'm telling you is seek the resources, get help from people who have already done what you're doing, and don't do what I did. So here's what I did is I was not letting my husband know that I was spending all of this money on trying to figure out paying for marketing. I was believing everything that people said, get this program, get this software, do this, do that, and you're going to get all of these leads and paying for, I was doing it all. Okay. So it ended up, I'm mixing in my personal finances with my business finances. And at that time we had a beautiful 4,000 square foot home. The house went into foreclosure, car repossessed, and eventually lost my marriage, my 18-year marriage. Why? Because I did not seek the professional help that I should have in trying to build my business. So I went through a depression, and that was in 2008. On top of everything that happened, that was also the Great Recession. It was the Great Recession, and it was Arba's Great Depression. So lost everything. I lost everything that I couldn't even file bankruptcy because I had nothing left. So it ended up that at that time, my son was 21 and my daughter was 14. My son, I packed up whatever I could, whatever I had left, into a U-Haul and hauled it. And my son drove us back to New York, from Atlanta to New York. And here I am living with my parents, with my daughter. That was a depression. And however, because of my technology degree, and I stayed in technology, I was able to get a job in technology. And then I had heard a radio program that was talking about SCORE. And then I went to an event and I learned about SCORE and how they help entrepreneurs, small businesses. And that's where, I felt God tugging on me again, saying that, people need to hear your story and they need to learn about resources to help them. So that's when I became a SCORE mentor, and my passion was to help entrepreneurs avoid making the mistakes that I did in trying to build a business, because I don't think anybody should ever lose everything trying to chase their dreams. So I became a SCORE mentor and was highly sought after. I had a lot of people, wanting to mentor with me, and I did enjoy it. However, what happened was you can't really mentor technical because mentoring is more of telling people here's what you can do, here's what you should do, here's the tools, but people wanted me to actually show them. So demand. Again, I recognize, hey, there's a demand. People need training. And so I had to part ways with SCORE because as a SCORE mentor, there is a code of ethics that I can't take on my mentoring clients. I can't take them on as paying clients. So I stopped as a SCORE mentor. And then that's when I had actually, one thing I held on to throughout everything is web design. I started web design in 1999, and I absolutely love web design, and I'm still doing it to today. So even through my depression, through losing everything, in Atlanta, I held on to my website clients. So I decided I'm working a full-time job, but when I stopped being a SCORE mentor, my full-time job was actually working for a digital marketing agency. So with the digital marketing agency, that's where I learned social media, email marketing, and just a lead generation. So I learned a lot working for that digital marketing agency. But here's the other thing I learned. I learned again how small businesses were relying upon agencies, digital marketing agencies, to just do all the work. An example is that we would get businesses that were paying thousands of dollars, thousands a month for their marketing. And my job was to call the customer and ask them what were their goals for their marketing campaigns. And a lot of them didn't even want to spend time on the phone with me. They were saying, that's what I'm paying you for. You're the expert. All I want is business. Well, let me tell you, when you have two plumbers, and there's not much a differentiator between one plumber or the next, and my job is to do their marketing, well, without them telling me anything unique, what makes why should somebody choose this plumber over that plumber? It ended up that the marketing campaigns were the same. We were using the same methods, the same message, the same methods, because the owner was not giving us anything to differentiate them. So I'm telling you, if you're not hearing some nuggets I'm dropping here, differentiate yourself. I don't care if you are selling the same widget or doing the same service as someone else. You better inject yourself into your business to differentiate yourself. So after a while, I was, as I'm working with my website clients, and then I'm helping them, and I'm like, you know what? With my full-time job, I was not getting satisfaction because I felt that I'm not able to really help these clients because they're not allowing me to get to know them and for them to get to know me and to really work with their marketing campaigns. And I had gotten to a place, lest I forget, in 2015 is when God blessed me with my second husband. And he's also an entrepreneur. We are both full-time entrepreneurs. He left his job during COVID, or lost his job during COVID. And then I left my full-time job in 2022. So we are both happily self-employed. And yes, it's a lot of work, but it can be done, and it's so fulfilling. So anyway, I am now the digital technologist, and my clients love me because I have a passion not only to help grow their business, but also make sure that they understand the financial side of it. I'm very passionate about that. I don't want them spending money on what they call the chasing the shiny objects. So as an entrepreneur, you're going to get, oh my gosh, how many Cyber Monday? Today's Tuesday, and I bet you everybody had so many Cyber Monday deals. You don't really research that stuff. Look into that, because these companies are making money trying to just sell you on the dream, on the, oh, you can do all of this and make money. Don't believe the hype. So I see that Coach Kimberly is back. I told Dr. Kelly, I could easily talk for 40, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever you give me.
Well, we have very much enjoyed you. If you can let us know, if we would love to have your services as the digital technologist, how can we reach out to you?
I have like 10 websites, but the easiest one, I have it right there, is just go to arbacooper.com. And there's another one I have, is arbadt.com. That's for digital technologists. The arbacooper.com is more about my book, and my book is available on Amazon.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing your genius with us today, Ms. Arbor Cooper. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Thank you.
And the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App $BBXUSA. Now, our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com, and every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for November 2023, and they are as follows: North Carolina 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, BBM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Barbara Smith. Genius is common. My genius is executive coaching and professional corporate training. As the master executive coach and corporate training ambassador for the Genius is Common movement, I help business owners craft their stories in such a way that you know exactly what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table. Many times as business owners, we are asked, so what do you do for a living? And we could be crushing in our businesses, but we're not quite sure exactly what to say in a short amount of time. Well, I help you take those stories that are the reason why you're in business and why you're so passionate about your business, and craft them in such a way that people are drawn to you as opposed to being repelled by you. Because every conversation, every time you talk to someone about your business, you are excited about it. But are you really conveying what you do, what you have, and what you bring to the table? And do really people understand why you care so much and why they should care that you have the solution to their problem? Well, I'm here to help you with that. As a master storyteller, I can help you with your stories and spin them in such a way that they are intriguing and fascinating. People want to listen to you talk about your business. That's why at the Genius is Common movement, I am the master executive coach and professional training ambassador. That's my genius. And genius? Oh yeah, it's common.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they could understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bus by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too. Because genius is common.
Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. People ask me, why do I do pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it. To kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at.
The Black Business Expo is changing my life.
This year, they are giving away laptops and even $5,000 in cash to students just like me. I'm Alexis, and I want to go to college to fulfill my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. Help the Black Business Expo going to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com and also becoming a vendor, a sponsor, or donating.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, prove that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business lifecycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African, continental, and country-specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change, and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City USA. It is what every city should be. a safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso, a new concept in social media. Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed caption. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Truso even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Truso is live, y'all. We've launched in beta, and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Truso. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Truso is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools. We help them implement, I love the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income, and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car.
Wow.
I nearly lost it all.
Wow.
When I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it. If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that? Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Rose.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
And good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations, and welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Coach Kimberly Williams, and I am your business moderator this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. We're going to have a conversation today from none other than Renata Brown, from side hustle to business owner, going full-time with confidence. Let me tell you a little bit about Renata Brown. She is the CEO of Dreamspire TV and founder of Black Hour Street. Black Hour Street is a media company that produces business search engine and distributes online magazines, books, and TV shows for artists, entrepreneurs, and motivators. She has over 5 years of experience as a media entrepreneur, creating platforms that amplify the voices of diverse and talented individuals. As a platform builder, marketer, and interviewer, she has developed multiple skills that enable her to deliver high quality content and services to her clients and audiences. She has interviewed celebrities, covered red carpet events, and founded and executive produced the GAN-SPA Awards, a prestigious event that honors gifted artists in neo soul and poetry. Her passion is to help people achieve their dreams and inspire others through media. I present to you none other than Renata Brown.
Good morning. How are you?
And good morning to you. I'm very excited to see you on this lovely, lovely Tuesday morning. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Another month is December. We we're almost December. So we have a few more days to December, and then we'll be heading on to 2024. But make the best of the last days of this year. Don't just jump ahead to January. There's still some amazing things that can happen before this year is out. So, as usual, I come to you talking about collaboration and the power of collaboration, the need for collaboration. And I want to talk this morning to you. Well, let me get some things off the top because I want to make sure that we have time to talk about some of the new initiatives. So first, I want to talk about something that's very exciting coming to the Black Business Network, coming to the Black Business Olympics in January. So we know that you're here every month for the week to talk about your businesses. Well, guess what? Authors, publishers, anybody in the literary arena that is doing this actively involved, we are going to have kicking off in January, a full week, just like we do for the Black Business Olympics. The literary edition will be kicking off in January. So if you're an author, a publisher, a book consultant, if you have a bookstore, reach out to us. You can reach out to us at the blackbusinessexpo.com. You can also reach out to us at Black ROUR books.com. So that's blackour books.com, and sign up to be a speaker, sign up to be a presenter, sign up for a fireside chat. We're also going to need moderators as well. So get in your application early. Before you know it, it will be here. So let me just recap. So excited. The Black Business Olympics will have a literary component that's set up just like the Black Business Olympics. We'll be going for a whole week, 7 days, talking about 7 different topics. If you don't know, being an author is a business. So with my platform, Dreamspire Books, we have an online bookstore where we have over 200 authors. We also have a television show, the Authors Tea TV, which we conduct interviews, streaming, and then we turn those interviews also to podcast audio. So I have talked to hundreds and hundreds of authors, and also on another platform, Clubhouse, I ran a room every week for about 3 years called You Gave Birth to the Book, Now You Have to Raise It. Being an author is a whole business. It is a whole complete business. And I always tell my authors, start with the end in mind. What do you want your book to do? What do you want your book to say? What is your end goal for your book? And if you start with those things in mind, then you go forward. So I'm excited, super excited about the Black Business Olympics Literary Edition, because we're going to be digging in deep. One thing I found in running that class for almost 3 years with some amazing moderators, we met people that were just starting off in their literary journey, and people, I think the most books one of the authors had written was 89. I can't even imagine writing 89 books. So we have been in this space, and we want to share that knowledge, and we want to bring you people that can tell you the real deal about being in the literary arena. So if you have written a book, if you know someone, if you know a publisher, if you know a Black bookstore, if you know a book consultant, we want to have all of them. We want our authors to be equipped with all the information they need to be successful in the literary world. So starting in January, we're signing up right now. So you can sign up at blackour.books.com. Just click on the form, fill it out, and we'll be getting back to you in the coming weeks. We hope that you be a part of that. The other thing we have is Black R Street. So Black OUR Street. And what that is all about is the OUR: opportunity, unity, and resources. I love that the O is on one side for opportunity and the R is on the other side for resources. And in the middle, you have unity. When I tell you I'm excited, the first 100 businesses that sign up at blackourstreet.com, it's actually, there's absolutely no cost involved. And we have some partnerships and some collaborations, because that's what I do. I collaborate with some amazing platforms. We already have over 40 businesses, so don't wait too late. Sign up today. I wanted to get those announcements out of the way so we can dig into our subject today about collaboration. And our subject today is competition, the notion of competition, the notion of competing. And we, from very young children, we are taught to compete, to win. And I really wanted to break down, what is competition? What does it mean? Is it good for us? Is it bad for us? How do we approach it? So I looked at competition, and it says the act or the process of trying to win something. So you can compete as individuals, you can compete as businesses, you can compete as a team. But as Black businesses, what are we trying to win? What is our end goal in winning? Who is our competition? And a lot of times we look at people that should be on our team, that we should collaborate with, as competition. And it's easy to do that sometimes if you are in the same arena, doing the same way, doing the same thing. So I want to tell you, you have an opportunity to compete or to make team members. And it's very important to know that when you make team members instead of competitors, then you can go further, you can win more. But I think a lot of times we make competitors out of team members. We miss opportunities to collaborate because we're saying the person is in the same space doing the same thing. But I want to tell you, sometimes competition, when you look at it that way, comes from a scarcity mindset. So I'm competing if there's only one prize, right? And it's either me or you, we're going to get the prize. Well, that scenario can play out a couple of different ways. If there's one prize, there might be an opportunity to share that prize, or it might be an opportunity to team up and to win that prize. But I'm here to tell you, in the business world, we don't have to deal with scarcity. We have to only compete a lot of times with ourselves. We are the competition within ourselves. So we don't have to look at everybody as somebody's that's going to potentially take away our slice of the pie, because the pie is big. It's a lot of opportunity out there. People are available to do more than one thing. So if just think of the world, if there was only one thing that everyone did. So there was, let's say there was only one author and everything that we read had to come through that author. Can you imagine what that would look like? There's only one book and one author, but we know there are many authors and many books and different points of view. So we can't look at every author as our competition, right? Or if people only had one perspective, think of how dull our world would be and how myopic our world would be if we only had one of each thing. So when we think about competition, we have to get out of that scarcity mindset. We have to get into, there is enough for everybody to be in this marketplace. And when we should compete and how we compete, in a great way to compete is to team up so that we can acquire more together, so that we can go further together, so that we can have an abundance for everyone. And so one of the first things you have to do when you think about competition and collaboration is first get out of the scarcity mindset. There is not only enough for me and you, there is enough for everyone. And the more we share and the more we come together, then it's a saying, and I like that saying, collaboration over competition. And especially as Black people, whether you're Black in America or whether you're Black in the UK or whether you're Black in Nigeria, that we have to band together and not so much view everyone as a competition. I remember one time I got my feelings kind of hurt because I'm all excited. I'm an indigo girl, so I'm kind of peace, love, and hair grease and all of that. And I was presenting a offer to work together with a particular individual. I'm glad I have my water. I was presenting an offer to work together with a particular individual. I can say one thing, I appreciate their honesty because they were straight up honest with me. They said, why would I collaborate with you? You're my competition. And I never even looked at it that way. I looked at, hey, you're in this place, I'm in this place. If we work together, then we can spread and we can have a greater impact if we work together. And I was really taken aback because I know the notion of competition is out there. The notion of, okay, well, they're doing this and I'm doing this, so we're naturally competitors, but we're not. That's why I like the Black Business Network, because there is room for everyone. Whatever it is that you're talking about or what you're doing, as long as it's positive and it's business, there's room for you on the platform. And by doing this, we are definitely stronger together. Now, I want you to kind of answer this and maybe even write this down if you're watching this live or if you catch the replay of this. Think about, when is the last time that you reached out and wanted to collaborate with someone? How did that look? Did you make a formal request to reach out? Because a lot of times, and this drives me a little bit crazy, I'm very active on LinkedIn. We have a pretty good sized network. We're upwards of 8,000 and some odd followers on LinkedIn. And we have a lot of connections to almost 8,000 as well. And what I get a lot of time in my inbox is someone trying to sell me something. No, hello, no, how you doing? No, what do you do? Maybe we can work together. And they go for the sale. And usually, honestly, there's a rare occasion that I might respond to that, because I look at it, you're not wanting to talk to me, get to know me, understand, and maybe we can work together. Or maybe you might get the sale, but first come to me wanting to talk. And I'm not going to sit here on my high horse and say that in the past that I didn't approach business that way. I led first with the author instead of the collaboration. But about 5 years ago, I really decided that I was no longer going to be, and I've said this more than once, interested in collecting people, because we can get on that treadmill, right? The treadmill. How many followers you got? How many people are engaged? How many people are seeing? And that's how we measure our success. I don't measure my success by the numbers. Now, don't get me wrong. I was in data analyst. I'm a data person. So I like data, but one thing I learned from being in data analyst is I can make the numbers mean whatever I want the numbers to mean. And so I'm not so impressed about the size of your network. What I am impressed about is your commitment to work together, your commitment to walk in purpose, and your commitment to make a difference. And so whether I am talking to someone that's just started business and it may be something that I can help them with, or someone that's right beside me and that are a colleague, or someone that's in front of me, that I have aspirations. And so let's look at that word aspirations for a little bit, since I talk about that. It's aspirations and competition are not the same thing. I can aspire to do something without feeling that you are my competition or you are the one that I want to knock off the block. I can aspire to say, I want to have an impact. I want to have a reach without that going into the realm of competition. Because if I aspire, I have something to shoot for. I have someone or some goal that's ahead of me that I can reach for. And that's fine. We always want to push and drive ourselves to different levels and higher levels. In my case, I always say I want to indulge in push myself to greater purpose in my life, because I'm at a point in my life where if it's not on purpose, then it literally has no purpose in my life. And so I'm pushing myself that way. So don't get aspiring confused with competition. Competition is a game. So when you look at competition, you're like, oh, well, I have to play the game. I have to appear this way. I have to do this way. We have thousands of platforms that tell us, oh, how to acquire these many followers or how to make a dent. And that's okay to educate yourself. But, you're entering into a game, and in the game, you have to understand, first of all, that you're in a game and that you are competing. But when you take yourself out of the game and you go from competition to engagement to purpose to am I doing what I'm supposed to do, then it changes the mindset. It changes the mindset from a mindset of scarcity into a mindset of abundance. And that's where we want to dwell, is in that abundance place, because abundance says, yes, there's enough for all. Abundance will have you throw down the gatekeeping. Abundance will say, welcome in. You can know what I know. One thing, and this is my personal pet peeve, it doesn't have to be yours, but I hear a lot about us four and no more, no new friends, or, don't tell everybody what you're doing and all of that. And to me, those things in most cases are just a sign of a scarcity mindset. When you know and you believe in yourself and you know that you're walking in purpose, then I'm not saying be unwise. NDAs exist for a reason. I'm saying that you don't have to have that mindset that someone could take away something that is yours. No one can take away your purpose. I always say you can know anything I know, because by the time you get to where I'm going, I'm already on to the next. And you know what? If you ask me, I will tell you. I am an open book. I will tell you. I will share with you how to get to the next. So I abandon that whole competition attitude because I don't want to play games. I don't want to play games. I've never been a sports enthusiast. So I don't want to play games in business. I don't want to play games in my purpose. I don't want to play games and keep you, because some people that started out with me, they're like, where are they now? You can't find them. They're not doing anything. But a lot of people that started out with me and that I've had the privilege to watch, they have gone on and did amazing, amazing things. And I clap for them. And I'm happy for them, because your journey is your journey. Your place is your place. Your purpose is your purpose. Everyone is not going to be at the pinnacle. There's got to be somebody that's at the foundation. It's got to be some first floor people. Everyone is not going to be racing toward the top. You have to be satisfied or know what your purpose is. And some people's purpose is to be that builder, that on that big stage. And some of us are meant to have that one-on-one. If I can, as the old song says, if I could help somebody along the way, then my living won't be in vain. Yeah, I'm an old church girl. So I think when you really drill down in the competition, the biggest competition that you have is yourself and getting into alignment with what you're doing. And I want to end out the year. I know we have one more session, but I want to really get you in the mindset of going into the new year. I am not going to dwell in a mindset of scarcity. I am not going to dwell in a mindset of you're my competition. I am going to move from that mindset and move into a mindset of abundance. I'm going to move into a mindset of collaboration. I am going to take some action steps ending this year and going into this new year. And one of the things that I do, somebody called me the collaboration goddess. I love that because I'm not a queen. I'm not trying to rule over anybody, but I am a creative. So God created, I'm a goddess, and I'm walking in his steps. So I am also a creative. So I love that. And so some of the steps that I do to build healthy collaborations is, first of all, I had to change my mindset. On LinkedIn, about 5 years ago, I totally changed my mindset. I changed my approach. And anyone that was in my network was handpicked. So I knew that they had value within my system or my ecosystem or the people in my circle. So they were invited in, or I was invited in and I accepted. So first thing I did was really look at, am I just trying to gain numbers, or am I trying to gain people that are going in the same direction? And whether you're behind me, whether you're walking beside me, or whether you're in front of me, as long as we're going in the same direction, then there's an opportunity for collaboration. And so first of all, I didn't just go after the numbers. The numbers came, and the numbers are good. And I'm happy about the numbers, all of that. But I particularly had purpose. So when you start out looking at the people that you want around you, make sure that they're people going in the same direction that you are. They don't have to be doing the same thing, or even if they are, make sure they're going in the same direction. So I had to change that mindset of just collecting people and collecting numbers and saying, ooh, look how many numbers I had. So I had to be very specific about the people in my network. After I did that, then I said, I'm not just going to let those numbers sit there. So now I have the numbers. Now I have the people that are going in the same direction. What's the next step? Be intentional about connecting with people and have a call to action. I know if you've been in any business classes, or you graduated in any business schools, or been in any kind of environment where they're teaching about business, one thing in marketing, one thing they will say is have a call to action. So one thing irks me, okay, on my pet peeve list. If you come into my inbox, have a call to action, not a sales pitch, but a call to action. How do I connect with you? What is the purpose of this communication? And my communication is to get to know you, to see if we have any synergy in our platform. So I let people know, hey, thank you for being in my network. I would love to set up a call to action. And this is why I want to set up a call. These are the things that I do, and I would love to see if there's any synergy between what we do. And when I step into those conversations, I also leave my calendar. So make it easy. I call it help the helper. Make it easy for people to connect with you. Don't let them have to say, oh, give me your number and we'll connect. Most of us that are doing anything, we're very busy people. We have very busy schedules. So we need to, at least me, let me speak for myself. I'm a very busy person. I have a very busy schedule. So when I know that you're on my calendar, then I know that there's some dedicated time that I could set and talk to you and be present in that conversation because I've set that time apart. So first of all, start with the network. Be intentional about your network, not just connecting with any and everybody, just for numbers' sake. Second, reach out to your network. Don't just leave them sitting there like, okay, now I know you and that's it. Reach out to them. Reach out to them with a genuine, rather sincerity that you want to connect and you want to talk. I look at these conversations. Yes, I'm going to make you an offer if I have a business offer that makes sense for me to tell you about. Many times it's a collaboration, or I'm connecting you with someone that I know. We may not connect together, but I may know someone in my network that you could connect. I had a conversation yesterday with a young lady, and she was in the doll business, African American dolls. And I just happen to know a doll maker that I thought that can benefit from being in that space. So I'm going to connect those two together. So, and then sometimes, you know what? I just have a good old fashioned great conversation. And that's a plus too, because you never know when you make those genuine connections. I've had people that we've had conversations and they have kept my information and literally have come back years later, and we may have connected or done some business together just because we had a great conversation. So reach out to your network, because don't look at them as competition, look at them as collaboration, and look at them as building your ecosystem of who you can reach out and who knows you. I've had probably in the last month, I've had 8 referrals of people that have referred people to me. And some of them I've done business with in the past, and some of them just know who I am and what I do and send people to me. So don't think if it's not a business today or a connection today, or you're not doing anything today, you never know down the line, just having that connection, where that connection might lead to. But if you look at people as your competition, then you're boxing out those opportunities that may occur. And so make it easy for people to connect with you. Also have a mechanism, use a calendar, have an easy way. If they need to go to your website, have links available for people to connect with you. Make it easy. And I must say, everything doesn't have to be a Zoom call, because sometimes you don't feel like being on camera, or you don't feel like doing a Zoom. Have a good old-fashioned conversation. It's that we know we use our phones for everything sometimes, but actually talking on. So make it simple for people to connect with you, and then have a follow-up. Keep a list. And that's another reason, excuse me, more water. I'm sorry, I've been talking for literally 2 days straight. Voice is a little tired. But have a way to capture people's information and have a way to know who does what, so that you may, reach out to them later. And we're living in an amazing time where there's so many different tools that we have to keep in contact with people, right? So make sure you have something that's ready and available. Make sure that you are intentional in your thought and you're thinking from a standpoint of abundance. You're not thinking from a standpoint of what can this benefit me. One of the biggest things I do when I look in collaboration, I don't always look at what's going to be the benefit for me, but what can I actually offer that can be a service from them. And that's when you change over from having a mindset of abundance rather than a mindset of me, because nobody wants to hear about me all the time. So I thought that, I was kind of a little hesitant this morning. Usually I have my outlines and we talk about bullet points, but I really wanted to sincerely talk to you about going into ending 2023 and going into 2024 with a new mindset when it comes to who is your competition. Most of the time our competition is what's going on in our head and what's going on in our heart. So we are our competition. Be a better person than you were, have better systems in place than you have been. Look for an opportunity. I want to challenge you. We have about 5 weeks left in this year. So every week, be intentional about reaching out and collaborating with someone. If just one person to say, this week, I'm going to talk to somebody that I haven't talked to, that I don't know, that is going in the same direction that I am, whether they're behind me, walking with me, or ahead of me. And I'm going to be intentional and reach out. I can just share a little bit about my story in my network. People ask me all the time, Renata, how do you know so many people? How are so many amazing people in your network? First of all, I'm saying I'm humble. I'm humbled to be connected with mayors and Congress people and leaders of major corporations. But it's not by accident, it's very intentional. And it doesn't matter to me whether, like I said, you are just newly forming your business or you are a $1 billion company. We're going to have the same conversation. And because the conversation comes from the heart, because I understand we're all just people. We're all on this journey together. We are all just out there, hopefully trying to work toward our purposes. And so whether you are in a position of power, then I look at you like, yay, absolutely, I want to talk to you. And I can tell you, I've only been like Maxine Waters a couple of times when I wanted to redeem my time. Most of the time, I've had amazing conversations. We've had great connections, and it really, I feel like it moves me toward more of my purpose. And one of the, I'm going to say this, and I say this a lot now because it's a fascinating fact that I recently became aware of, and some of you may know. I love the story of the bamboo plant. Someone shared it with me, and I love the story of that plant because that plant doesn't show a root for 7 years. Okay, for 7 whole years. Can you imagine going out and watering and doing your thing that you do? And sometimes in collaboration, you're like, oh, well, I'm still here. It's not paying off. It's not making a difference. But a lot of things could be taking root that you don't even see, that you might not even know that's going on below the surface. Like they say, your names could be talked about in rooms that you're not even in. So don't get weary in watering. Don't get weary in collaborating, even if you don't see any results. It takes the bamboo plant 7 whole years before it even sprouts. But what's happening below the surface is building a whole system underneath there. And once it does sprout, it is one of the hardest plants to uproot or get rid of. So with the bamboo plant, be like that bamboo plant. Just get out there and do the work. Get out there and build the systems, and you definitely will see the success. And where we're going in the future, we do need each and every one of us. We need unapologetically each and every Black person to band together and become a team and not just an individual player. I see Miss Kimberly coming back.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Renata. I really enjoyed your talk. And I had a few questions for you really quickly in reference to the literary week that you're going to be having for writers.
Mm-hmm.
January.
Okay.
Can you elaborate a little bit and just kind of talk about what those 7 days look like?
So those 7 days are going to be intense. So we don't want to just have you come on there and talk about your book. We're going to have subjects about publishing. That's the biggest thing. One of the biggest things. So who do you publish with? How do you retain the rights to your work? What is the distribution channel like? How do you market? I talked to so many authors, and that's where my title came from. You gave birth to the book. Now you have to raise it, because after you did it, after you have written your book, where do you go from there? So we're going to have 7 days of different topics telling you all about the literary world, where you can get your book placed, how you can get your book placed. It's so much knowledge up there, and I've been able to collaborate with so many different people over the last 3 years. We're going to have some amazing speakers, and there's opportunity for you. So if you're an author, we want you to please sign up and be a part of this magnificent thing. I'm excited about it, if you can't tell, because it's really going to dig into those steps from wherever you are, whether you're a seasoned writer, whether you have a bookstore, a publisher. We're going to dig into all those topics. So stay tuned. In December, we'll reveal those topics, and look for us out on social media as well. And again, you can sign up at blackourbooks.com, and there will be a link also on the Black Business Network website. So coming soon.
Oh, thank you so very much for sharing that information with us and sharing your genius with us today. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely. Genius is common.
All right, so the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college and K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students, so you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use our Cash App, $BBSUSA. So our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. And the students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Now, every dollar counts. And so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We also would like to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for November 2023. And they are as follows: North Carolina 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, BBM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic Act Design, and the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
The Black Business Expo is changing my life. This year, they are giving away laptops and even $5,000 in cash to students just like me. I'm Alexis, and I want to go to college to fulfill my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. Help the Black Business Expo going to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com and also becoming a vendor, a sponsor, or donating.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize. Because everyone's a fan of something, and everyone has a fan base.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business life cycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African continental and country specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change, and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
And good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations, and welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Coach Kimberly Williams, and I am your business moderator this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. We're going to be hearing from a phenomenal keynote speaker, Mr. Curtis B. Charles. Just a little bit about Curtis B. Charles. With over 15 years of experience in higher education, leadership, and data science, Curtis B. Charles is currently an EdTech impact practitioner at BDAI, where he helps colleges and universities leverage artificial intelligence, machine learning, predictive analytics, and cloud computing technologies to improve their enrollment, retention, graduation, and operational outcomes. He's also a MIT certified data scientist and a senior lecturer in data science and a dean of academic affairs at the University of the West Indies, Five Islands campus. His mission is to use data-driven insights and innovative solutions to address the complex and strategic challenges faced by higher education institutions in the 21st century. He has successfully applied AI and ML to develop course scheduling modules, class optimization, freshman recruitment forecasting, and student retention scoring. He has also led and collaborated with diverse teams of researchers, developers, and stakeholders to design and implement data architectures, platforms, and dashboards that enable data-driven decision-making. As a former university president, vice chancellor, and department chair, he brings a wealth of experience and knowledge in academic program development, fundraising, accreditation, partnership building, and institutional transformation. I present to you Curtis B. Charles.
Thank you so much for having me this morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I greet you from the Caribbean island of Antigua and Barbuda. I'm sorry I didn't have on my Caribbean jacket, but at least I thought I would add some Caribbean colors in my bow tie. The only place in the Caribbean where we have 365 beaches. So I'm glad to be here this morning.
No, that sounds beautiful. I'm very excited to hear what you have to share with us today, Dr. Charles. I just want to let you know that genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. So greetings again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I want to talk a little bit about excellence this morning, why embracing artificial intelligence is crucial for your business future. As mentioned, I'm a co-founder of BDAI Inc., and I'm also the Dean and Director of Academic Affairs of the University of West Indies Five Island campus in Antigua and Barbuda. We're the fifth of the campuses in the University of the West Indies system, a system of 50,000 students, and celebrating our 75th year this year. So I'm happy to represent both my co-founding company, BDAI, and my institute, our institution. You would see that as I go through the presentation this morning, the discussion this morning, I'm the ultimate educator, right? So I'm going to take this from a perspective where there are certain outcomes that I want you to achieve at the end of this talk. So at the end of this talk, you will understand the evolution of artificial intelligence. You will understand its impact on Black businesses. We'll talk about a couple practical applications of AI as a force multiplier for your business. And we'll talk about future trends a little bit and what's happening in the market right now. And then hopefully we'll take some questions and answers. But the idea here is to take this really from base level. What I tell clients all the time and what I tell colleagues is, first of all, don't come to artificial intelligence without the knowledge of who you are and what you understand. So I want to start at a very basic sense, right? So do you remember the first words of your child or grandchild, right? You may have heard mama, you may have heard dada, you may have heard grandpa, you may have heard papa, or as my grandkids call us, Aji and Ajoy. You were so excited, with all the excitement, you started calling your family, calling your friends, the great news, you heard the first words, and you were so happy and you're so overjoyed. If you were a parent or grandparent or aunt or tante or nanan, I'm sure you understand what this is I'm talking about. Wanting to hear more of the child, you purchase everything with insight, every book, you go online, you go onto Amazon, you go into different places, and you look to see what are all the resources that I could use to continue building the vocabulary of my child, grandchild, aunt or niece. And so with each bedtime story and each Sesame Street episode, the child learns more and more and more and builds their vocabulary of language. So as I go through this talk this morning, I don't want you to forget that experience. Bring that child experience into this discussion, because artificial intelligence is all about machine learning, or I like to say learning of machines. So what is learning machines, right? First, understand that like the child who needed to build a vocabulary, learning machines need lots of data. So the child spoke a few words, and in order to build a vocabulary, you went and bought more books, you read more to the child, you look at more television, and the more information that child absorbed, the wider the vocabulary. So please keep that in mind as we go through this, because artificial intelligence is made possible because of the learning of machines. In this sense, it's computers. So let's understand the effectiveness of learning machines and look at a few examples that you may know of. So in 1955, Arthur Samuel, who was a pioneer in the field of artificial intelligence, was working at IBM. And, in 1955, there was the first generation of these huge, big computers. So Arthur Samuel got bored one day and he decided to write a program for checkers, considered the world's first machine learning innovation. So Arthur Samuel wrote this checkers game, and he played the computer and he won. 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 And then Arthur Samuel went home that night, and I guess you could figure out what happened by now, because like the child who was fed lots of information, the machine was looking at every single move that Arthur Samuel was making. Not needing to sleep like a human, The computer then look at all those combinations of data and multiply the permutation and combinations and began to get smarter. Its vocabulary was expanded, learn more, experimented more. So the next day, Arthur Samuel came, and I think you could end the story. Arthur Samuel played the computer, and Arthur Samuel lost. Arthur Samuel played the computer, Arthur Samuel lost. He played the computer, and he lost. He never won the computer. Oh, that was in 1955. So again, take the example of the child who spoke his child's first words, and then you went and buy books, and then you had bedtime stories, and the more you read, the more words you expected you exposed the child to, the more the vocabulary built. Very similar to what happened here with Arthur Samuel and the machine with the checkers game that he played. The computer just learned based on more information and more information. Let's fast forward 56 years later. So between 1955 and 2011, very little innovation happened in machine learning and artificial intelligence. You may recall in the United States of America, there was big news in 2011 when IBM Watson defeated two of Jeopardy's greatest champions. The significance of that moment was the ability of a computer system, or algorithm as we call it in a sense, to process and analyze vast amount of information quickly and accurately. Faster and more accurately than a human being. So what happened with Watson? Watson's system was fed thousands and thousands and thousands of questions and topics around Jeopardy. Was able to process that very quickly so that any question that came, so any historical question, it was able to answer, but it was able to use that historical information to also predict new information. Again, the child spoke one word, you went and bought books, exposed the child to bedtime stories, expanded the child vocabulary, the child then began to speak fluently the more it learned. Same thing here at IBM and Watson. But 5 years later, something extraordinary happened in the world of artificial intelligence that has brought us to this day where we are right now, which is the most exciting period for your business. In 2016, Google's DeepMind AlphaGo board program, computer program, defeated the world's champion in Lee Sedol. Lee Sedol was the greatest Go champion. And if you don't know what Go is, please do yourself a favor and your kids and your relatives and purchase a Go game for them this weekend. It is 4,000 years old. No one in China nor anyone in the Middle East thought that a computer could beat the world champions on Go. Go is what the Chinese use for strategy in terms of training professionals, but it also uses discipline. It is the greatest game. It has more moves than we could even think about. Google DeepMind developed AlphaGo that defeated that champion. It was the Sputnik moment for China. About a year later, Xi Jinping, the president of China, called world leaders from all over and made the declaration that by 2025, China would be on par with the United States as it relates to artificial intelligence. And by 2020, China is going to surpass the United States. China is on track right now to almost surpass the United States by 2025. And why is that? Because artificial intelligence needs large, huge amounts of data. And China has more population than we have. So they have the ability to run simulations and try all these different aspects of machine learning that we can't imagine because we don't have the population to match that. So they have the technology, they have the population, and this is a race of artificial intelligence. And for your business, you need to be in the driver's seat. You cannot afford this fifth industrial revolution, which is the convolution of physical, biological, and cyber systems dealing with human beings, where artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic sensors are dancing this walls within cyberspace and within the hemisphere. You can't afford to let this revolution pass you. So that's why it was so important when I got this opportunity to talk to you about why your business now and the future needs to be involved in it. So far we have talked about a child learning language, the more they read, the build of vocabulary. We have talked about the scientists playing the chess, playing the checkers board, and then the computer learning all its move and then beating the person the next day. We talked about IBM Watson beating for the first time human beings in Jeopardy, and we talked about China's Sputnik moment in the defeat of the world gold champion. All that has everything to do with data and learning. If there's nothing you get from this, you have to understand that your data in your business is gold. We say that right now that data is the new oil, and if it's said right now, if data is the new oil, then China is the new Saudi Arabia. Let that sink in a little bit. So the data you have, the things that you know about your customers, it is exceedingly valuable. So I wanted to ask you this question. If Netflix knows who you are, why doesn't your business know your customers and what they like? Let me try that again. If Netflix and Amazon know who you are and what you like, why doesn't your business know your customers, who they are, and what they like? Listen, when we think about Netflix and the concept behind Netflix and Amazon, both of these systems, let's just take Netflix, it needs humongous, gigantic data using machine learning or learning machines to get deep insights so that they could understand your behaviors. What this thing called algorithms do, which is the learning of the machine, is that it analyzes the user's viewing history, searching query, and ratings of movies to then predict what a user might like to watch next. It then recommends products based on what similar customers have purchased or viewed. So browsing history, purchase history, search queries, time of the day of the week, and seasonality can all influence what we call recommendation system. So I wanted to pause on that a little bit and tell you that your business could do exactly what Amazon and Netflix are doing. You have historical data of your customers. There is no reason why in this day and age, in the age of artificial intelligence and learning machines, that you shouldn't know everything about your customer, what your customer like, be able to push to your customers what they like and pull what they don't like, and crunch those customers and save them before they leave you and have a retention strategy in place. There is no reason. If you are in business for 10, 15 years or 5 years, you have historical data of all your customers. You have what your customers like, you have their viewing history, you have their searches, you have their ratings. You are able to predict what they might want the next time. This is not an era in which we sit back and we wait for customers to come to us. This is an era of predictability. And how do you predict? You predict the next move of your customers, whether it's leaving you or embracing you, by using historical data of the history, the purchasing history, the time of day that they came and they approached you, the time of day they came to your website, the time of week, sense seasonality, whether they came only for Christmas, did they buy more for Thanksgiving, did they buy at the beginning of the year? All that information, the machine is then learning the patterns and the trends to gain deep insights so your business could make the right type of decision. So if there's one thing I want you to come away with today, is your business are in a position right now to do exactly what Netflix and Amazon are doing. Your business have the ability to analyze users, their viewing history, their search and query, the ratings. You could then predict what these users like and what they don't like in order to be proactive in your approaches. So big data is the main thing here. As we say, data is the new oil. And you know the commodity of oil, you know how it's traded on the stock exchange. So everything comes from the data. But there's one aspect in terms of customer service and in terms of marketing that you should know about, which is customer segmentation. So why is customer segmentation important in terms of machine learning and artificial intelligence? Again, you have all the historical data of your customers. Now that you have the historical data of your customers, you could then analyze and group customers based on various factors. Now, why would you want to group customers based on demographics, or by behaviors, or by purchasing patterns, or by preferences? Because no longer in business does one size fit all. That just doesn't happen anymore. We have the technology, we have the artificial intelligence, we have machine learning, we have big data that will always assist us in doing that. So the segmentation allows us to market and tailor the strategies and specific campaigns to groups, delivering more personalized experience, improving customer engagement, and ultimately driving better market results. This is no longer a guess game. This is no longer every mom and pop shop at the sound of my ear or every small business have the ability to compete like any other big business with artificial intelligence. You have the capability to do that. You have access to the data. You need to mine the data. So you just can't be selling. So for example, I can't be selling bow ties like the ones I'm wearing to everyone, right? I mean, so demographics is that I'm Caribbean. Behavior is that I'm excited about technology. My purchasing patterns is that I search for different types of bow ties. I like colorful bow ties. Some people may not like in their preference colorful bow ties. Some people may like bow ties that's plain. So you're not going to sell the same bow ties to everyone. So that is why it's important to understand the demographics, the behaviors, the purchasing patterns, and the preferences. So you could then deliver that personalized experience and improve customer engagement and ultimately drive better marketing results. So from a marketing perspective, customer segmentation is important to you. But if you could get customers and you could keep customers, the next thing you're going to know is that from a marketing perspective is that you're going to lose customers. So you have to be as proactive as retaining your customers as in basically giving the customers the preferences. So you don't have an opportunity to relax in terms of how I treat customers. So there's something we call in marketing called customer churn. So what's customer churn? Customer churn is using analytics to identify the likelihood of customers discontinuing their business with your company. Your company. Your company. You have to know, you can't wait until customers leave. It's too late to have a retention plan. Because you have the historical data of 5 years or 10 years or 2 years or 3 years, you have the historical data. You could still know what's the patterns, trends, behavior, demographics, likes, dislikes of your customer. So you would be able to use the analytics of that. Remember, the machine is learning those patterns. So as the machine learns those patterns, just like how the IBM machine was making moves on that checkers game, the machine will learn to then give you the type of knowledge in terms of identifying the likelihood of a customer discontinuing their business with your company. So your choice is that you have to continually analyze the historical data, and you're not doing it. The machine that's learning the patterns is doing that. So continue to analyze the historical data to understand the patterns and trends and the behaviors, to assess customers' behavior, customers' usage patterns, satisfaction level, and other relevant data to predict the risk of your customer leaving, hence attrition. So by identifying these customers, your business can then implement targeted retention strategies to reduce churn rates. You improve customer satisfaction, and then you maintain a stable customer base. So you're not going to, again, just like our customer service and segmentation just now, you're not going to have an attrition or a retention targeted strategy for all your customers. The beautiful thing about data analytics is that now you have the ability to see beforehand, based on the patterns, behaviors, usage, satisfaction levels of your customer before they leave. We are looking at a study in Japan where a bank now could tell whether you're going to be at risk of a loan based on how often you charge your phone. So you are a greater risk if your phone charge runs down to almost zero. Amazing when you think about it. But the patterns and trends of the behaviors of the customers that they have studied have bear out that. So be careful how you charge your phone. Somebody might be looking to see your risk as a lender, as a borrower. So the other thing we want to do is to be scared. So we talked about customer segmentation, we talked about customer chunks. Now we want to make sure that how do I make decisions about future? How does this technology help me forecast the demands of the future? All right, so in business, we probably will say you need to understand your supply chain management. But demand forecasting involves predicting future customers' demands for a product or a service. This includes historical sales data, market trends, seasonal factors, and other relevant variables to estimate future sales. Listen, if there's one pattern you see in this talk today, you will see that it's all about the data. It's all about historical data. It's all about, once we look at the historical data, what are the patterns, the market trends? What are the seasonal factors? What are the other variables that we're going to look at in terms of predicting future sales? So the accurate demand forecasting will help your business in terms of inventory management, in terms of production planning, in terms of budgeting and strategic planning. That's what we get from mining the data, from understanding the data, because we cannot just run a business hoping that we purchase the right types of product for our future customers, or hoping that the market is going to last for a while and not basically dip, hoping that there's not going to be a recession. The data out there tells us that already. So decision making is one of the practical applications in terms of artificial intelligence in use of a business so that you could make the type of demand forecasting. Now, when we look at today and we look at future trends, one of the things we look at is, there shouldn't be somebody at the sound of my voice that doesn't know what's a large language model. And if you don't know what's a large language model, you should know what is ChatGPT. And if you don't know what's ChatGPT, you should know that Sam Altman got fired and rehired within a week. Think about that a little bit. The entire company, when Sam Altman got fired from OpenAI, the entire company was ready to walk. For those of you who are old enough, remember when Steve Jobs got fired from Apple? No one was willing to walk with Steve Jobs. And that gives you a sense of the power of this technology at our hand. So we are, from 2016, what happened with AlphaGo and that Sputnik moment for China, to 2023 or 2022, November 2022, was that accelerated moment in terms of what we now have generative AI. So generative AI is basically self-generating based on large amounts of data. So if you could think about ChatGPT as a large data set, think about a tributary. Think about a river with all these sources flowing in from tributaries flowing into a river. That's basically what ChatGPT is. So ChatGPT, the people who build from OpenAI, they scrape data from all over the internet, and then they train this model called ChatGPT-4 so that we could now use this model, and you could use this large language model. So there's not only ChatGPT, there's ChatGPT, there's Brad, there's Claude. There's a slew of them, but probably the one that everybody heard of is ChatGPT. So what does this large language model do for you, right? How does it help your business? Well, for me, it helps me every day, right? Customer service, by handling unique inquiries and providing instant, accurate response, reducing wait time and improving customer satisfaction. I could do that with a customer has an inquiry. Where could I buy X amount of widgets? Who is the supplier? I could go into ChatGPT, and in no time I could find that information. So customer service. Content creation. It could assist in drafting marketing materials, emails, report, and even creative content like articles and social media. You want to create a social media post and you want to have the right song, you want to have it speak in active voice, or you want it to speak in affluent manner. You basically ask ChatGPT to do that. We all have had the example where someone has sent us an email and you want to answer that email like you're not supposed to answer that email. What I do is that I write out the email anyway. I write out the email. I get it all out of my system and I say what I want to say. And then I ask ChatGPT, could you please write this in the most polite manner that comes across without no emotions? So I got what I needed to get out. ChatGPT helped me out. And I absolutely do that every day. Because every day somebody's going to send us an email that we know they probably should not have sent you, and you want to send your soul. But you don't send your soul because ChatGPT is there to help you. The next thing is data analytics. So ChatGPT and these large language models can help you extract insights from large data sets, summarizing the information and answering data-related questions. So there's a free ChatGPT version, and there's one that's $20 an hour, $20 a month. And it was really interesting. When ChatGPT came out, there was a questionnaire that asked, how much do you think you want to pay for this? And I mean, I remember saying, I'm interested in, I pay $300 a month because I think it's that value for business. So you could basically you could write something and ask ChatGPT, give me a sentiment analysis to give me the tonality of this letter that I'm writing, or the tonality of this data analytics that I have here. So you could take all your data that we talked about earlier, and you could then dump it into ChatGPT and say, okay, give me the insights into this data and give me a sense of which customers you think might be interested in moving. And cost efficiency and innovation. Those are some of the areas that I think is going to be really important in these large language models.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Charles, for that poignant response, the rebuttal regarding AI and the use of AI for our business growth. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about the Black Business Expo's mission, and it's to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. And this expo is a fundraiser for students, and you may go to Black Business Expo USA.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use our Cash App. It's $BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpo.usa.com. And of course, we want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for the month of November 2023. And they are as follows: North Carolina 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia, Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, BBM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic Art Design, Black Business Expo USA. I'm very excited that genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show, 15 Minutes of Success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side. How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well?
Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.